I'd like to welcome everyone back to our podcast, Unloaded. This is Michael Seahorn.
Shannon Mora.
And we are glad to be back with everybody this week. Shannon, how you been?
Great.
Awesome, man. Me too. Well, we're going to pick up where we left off last week. I'll just give a very high Cliff Note version just so everybody knows where we're at. I was feeling pretty uncentered a few weeks back and decided I need some time off to reset. Decided to take a trip back to my big island of Hawaii and just recenter and refocus, maybe look at getting some clarity, both mentally, physically, and spiritually. And then during the trip, early in the trip, I just started feeling really, really bad physically, but got through that. And where we left off, I was standing on the beautiful green grass right off the tarmac, harnessed up, and ready to load into a very questionable Cessna aircraft.
Oh, I doubt it was questionable.
You saw the video, right?
Man,
Did you look at it?
Those planes are golden, man. You don't worry about small aircraft.
We'll get to that. We didn't get to that on the last episode. We'll talk about it right now. So while we were harnessed up, ready to go, the instructor and I were just chit-chatting, and on the way to the aircraft, he asked, what did he say? He said, what are we doing here? And I go, we're going to, hit the skies. He goes, and what else? I go, well, we're going to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. And he said, have you seen our aircraft? Making jokes, which is fine. I joked with him, and I said, well, if you've ever been in the Army, then you've seen some questionable aircraft because I've been on them, right? So we laughed and continued walking. By then, the Cessna had already fired up its engines. It's moving towards us. So we're walking up straight to the side of the aircraft. I followed the instructor over, and propellers up, blaring, and you get all the wind from the propeller. He gets to the door. It's a single door on the side of the aircraft. Flips the door open. See this very handsome guy driving, one seat in the aircraft, no other seats. He's got a parachute on. I was thinking to myself,
Just so everyone has one, man. It wouldn't be fair if he couldn't have one.
I was just thinking, interesting, man. Interesting. He's got a parachute on. Well, we'll see how this goes, right? So the inside of this Cessna, in my opinion, was not designed for very many people, maybe two dudes. It was very tight. And this day I got lucky because we were only jumping one group. So I guess he generally sometimes takes two groups, so 4 people. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know how you jam in here, bro, because when him and I got in there, I'm not the biggest dude, right? But once we got in there, man, you're shimmying around trying to get up, to sit. You're sitting on the ground, right, of the aircraft. It's obviously there's no installation, there's no panels. It's just bare sheet metal. It's raw, man. It's raw. And so we get in finally, and we had a younger lady with us, which I found out that morning. She was there for jump 1. She jumped, and she had a malfunction in her parachute. She had a cutaway. For those who don't know what a cutaway is, it's just that. It's where the diver cannot figure out how to untangle the chute, or the chute did not deploy. Hers did deploy, but became tangled. So on one side of your harness, you have one handle. On the other side, you have another handle. On this case, she had to pull her cutaway handle, which basically removes and lets that chute completely free of her. And then once she gets away from that, then you reach over on the other side, pull that handle, and that deploys your reserve chute.
And pray to God that second chute works better than the first.
Correct. And that happened to her that morning.
Oh.
So she was sharing the story with me, which I greatly appreciate. Yeah. But like I said, you might want to choose the people wisely that we unload on. I took it for what it was. I asked her if everything was okay with her, and she's like, "Yeah, it's the first time it's ever happened." And she said, "God dang it, I knew it that morning because she told me she woke up and she was thinking on her way up there that she's never had to deal with a cutaway before. Put it out there, and then ta-da, she experienced it. So great person, great energy. So she was riding with us up there so they could look out into the meadows to see where her chute landed after it came back down to earth. So that's why she was with us. And, excuse me. So we load in the plane. She gets in behind us. We're shimmying around. Apologize for that. We shimmy around, and we finally get squared away, and aircraft takes off. And we motor on down the tarmac to the other end. And mind you, I'm sitting on the floor. So when I'm looking out the aircraft window, I can only see so much. I can't see the tarmac. I can't really see, right, because you're kind of at that little pitched angle, right? And that's fine. I was just enjoying the ride. Extremely loud because it's there's not a lot in the aircraft, right? So we get down the end, and we're sitting there, and we're rumbling and bumbling, waiting for the pilot to do his thing. And then engines wind up, full throttle, man. And now we're just motoring on down the tarmac. Takes off, and we're ascending up to the sky, man. All the way up. I was very present, man. I was trying to stay in more of a meditative mind state. I didn't want a bunch of thoughts and things coming into my mind on the way up in the aircraft. I really just wanted to be present in the moment, enjoy this time. Plus, I was coming off of not feeling well physically, so I didn't want to focus on that. I just wanted to focus on being present. It's a great little ride up, and on the way up, the instructor was calling out some landmarks that I was familiar with, but obviously from a different perspective. You could see Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. Beautiful morning. We could see the island of Maui across the ocean there, which you don't get to see a lot of the times, but gorgeous morning, man. 08, just very light clouds. Most of those are close to the ocean, and it's just clear. It's just a beautiful day, man. 72, 73 degrees. Couldn't ask for better. Windy. It was perfect. So we're on our way up, chit-chatting here and there with the instructor, because he's got a GoPro. He had a GoPro on his left wrist because he's provided me with a video of the whole experience. So I think because I was so calm and quiet and present, and I wasn't just randomly just talking to talk, he had to kind of force some questions just to get some content for the video, which if you're ever listening to this, I appreciate the heck out of you, man. And it was very pleasant, but I was just present, Shannon. I was really trying to feel what I was feeling internally, in the moment. And I had no increased blood pressure. My pulse was steady. No butterflies. No nothing, man. I was just there. So I would say the ascent probably took, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, 8. I don't know. It wasn't very long for the ascent, but once we got up to about 10K, had to make a turn. We're going to go back to the, we were going to go, which way did we turn? So we turning, I'm looking at my tattoo. we're turning like, I guess, towards the north to circle back. So when we jump, we're jumping on the outer portion of the tarmac. So I kind of knew where we were when I looked out the window when he said we're close. Now in that moment, if you've never tandem jumped, I'm loosely connected to the instructor at this point. So he's sitting on the ground. His back is literally in the front of the cockpit next to the pilot. I'm in between his legs. We're both sitting on the ground. And my harness is connected to his harness. That's how the tandem jump works. And when we got close, he said, all right, man, this is going to get a little bit more uncomfortable. He goes, I'm going to cinch the crap out of you now. And he did. He started wrenching down on the straps, getting us very tight together. Gave me some cool goggles. I'm not sure if I guess they're skydiving goggles. I've never worn them before, but they got little angles and things on them. They're pretty neat looking. I didn't have them on. I was holding on to them. And he said, okay, man, go ahead and put your goggles on. I put those on. It goes, it's going to be uncomfortable, man, but trust me, you're going to want this. He wrenched down. They had like paracord on him or something. And he just pulled on him. Sucked him into my face, like tight. And he said, trust me, that's for a reason. But once the chute opens after our free fall, he goes, and we're settled, he goes, I'll take them off of you, so don't worry about it. I said, okay, cool. So now he's just going through a couple of quick instructions. Is once he tells us we're at the spot, he's going to open the door. I'm going to get my legs out of the aircraft. I'm going to put my head on his right shoulder. That's to make sure he's got a clear vision and that my head does not smack his helmet because he's wearing a helmet. I am not. And once you leave the aircraft, we're going to go for a quick descent, and he's going to tap me. And when he taps me, we do what's called the banana. You throw your arms out, and then you're in that kind of that U shape, right? Feet back, head back type thing, which I'm familiar with. I said, yeah, roger that. Cool. So a few moments later, he's like, all right, we're here. And I look over, man, and just he hits the door. And for those of you who've never been on an aircraft, it's quite the experience when the door flies open and the wind comes rushing in the aircraft, and you can't hear anything but the wind. And the aircraft or the door stuck up now, on top of the wing. And he said, all right, I need to put your feet out. Well, don't mind you, we're cramped, bro. Okay. So at my age, I'm okay flexible, but I'm not 20 flexible, right? So I'm grabbing my leg, trying to like pull it back far enough so I can shimmy out the door. So once I get my legs out the door, you're standing on, well, let me rephrase that. Once you swing your legs out the door, you're sitting in the doorway, your legs are dangling out of the aircraft, and there's a little teeny tiny stair on what I'm assuming is the landing gears or whatever, and my feet are on there. And he yells in my ear. He's like, okay, Mike, put your head back. And he grabs my head and he puts it back to where he wants it on his right shoulder. And then, unbeknownst to me, he's like, doesn't say nothing. He's like, we're out. And c'est la vie, man. I just remember seeing his arm grab, I don't know if it's the door, the wing, I don't know what he was holding on to, man, but and you're now doing 135 miles an hour free fall towards the ground. I'm everly more present in that moment than you'll ever be anywhere in your entire life. I promise, man. And when we left the aircraft, as weird as it sounds, because my brother asked me the question, he's what were you focused on? I go, I was focused on the ground. He's like, you weren't looking around or anything? I'm like, nope. I was like, I just wanted to see the ground. Whatever weird reason, that's just how I am. So I'm looking down at the ground. A few short seconds go by. Instructor taps me on the shoulder. I put my arms out, get in the little banana position is what they call it, man. And then it's just, I'm getting the chills right now just thinking about it, man. It's pure peace for me. Peace like words don't. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was, man, just free falling in the sky in Hawaii and everything like, leading up to that.
Yeah, there it is, man. You're getting choked up in this moment.
I am. I am getting choked up, man, because it was intense,
Yeah, and everything leading up to that, the weeks prior, the months prior, you had really gotten pretty stacked up.
Yeah. Had a lot of weight.
Fuck. Yeah, you did.
I was carrying a ton of weight.
Yeah.
And, man, it was so nice just to be so present, falling through the sky. People asked me, when I got back to the office, I had a lot of questions, obviously. And I'm going to be honest with people. All the things I've been through to that point, man, it's like, you're not thinking about shit.
Nah.
What you're thinking about is you're flying through the sky attached to a guy at 130, 135 miles an hour. descending very quickly to the ground, and you just left an aircraft at 10,000 feet. You're very present. And I'm not thinking about any of that. Not work, not my family, nothing. I am completely empty in my mind because you're that present. You know?
It's fascinating that it takes circumstances such as that to be free falling toward the earth out of an airplane to wash everything away like that. And it makes a lot of sense. It's why a lot of individuals do a lot of different things to experience that degree of presence, because it's so restorative, it's so healing. It's just, after months and months, just to wash a lot of that away. And remarkably, there are those who, over time and with plenty of practice, and can begin to create similar states, similar levels of presence through their daily practice. Just, sitting down, being still, turning the focus toward the breath or toward a mantra, whatever it is, through the rosary. It doesn't matter, right? Like, just, we can create what almost feels like an altered state.
Yep.
By just dropping in with ourselves, and even, dare I say, even, with spirit, however we experience, however we comprehend divine energy, and it's like, because it's moving, it brings up those emotions, from deep down that surprise us often, and to be able to have had that experience like you did and have been needing it so bad, and finally just the relief of all that, and the emotions even here now as you are retelling the tale, it's quite remarkable.
It's raw, man. It's raw.
Yeah, it is.
And I enjoyed every second of the free fall, and just for the listeners out there, know it's not like in a dream. When we're in a dream and you're falling, you get the butterflies and you feel like, that weird feeling. You don't feel that when you're free falling in the sky. You don't get that. I don't know what, maybe one of our listeners or somebody could leave a comment about it, but you don't feel that. It's not like a roller coaster where you drop in on a coaster and you get the in your stomach. You don't feel any of that. You're just falling. And it's a remarkable thing, to be honest with you. And once the free fall was over, he deployed the chute. It was a very nice chute opening. It was clean. It was very smooth, to be quite honest with you. And now you're just, it's bliss. It's quiet up there, man.
Just sailing at that point, not free falling, just
controlled. Chute's open wide.
Yeah, just looking down, seeing the earth.
Yeah, and I'll get to this here in a minute, but we'll revisit the video in a minute. But in that moment, I just remember just taking a big, deep breath. I felt so free and empty and free of weight. It was crazy. And then once we got settled, or established is what I call it, once we were established and he was comfortable with the chute and he was good on his side, he then jokingly said, "Okay, Mike, don't freak out. I'm going to loosen the straps now to set you down so you're more comfortable." Because then, right then and there, bro, you're that harness is all up and everywhere. It's tight.
Yeah.
And so he wants to loosen that, and it creates like a chair effect. So you're just sitting,
nice,
right? It's so comfortable. He's like, "I haven't dropped anyone yet," and I go, "Well, if you drop me, bro, this is what it is.
Die happy."
Can you kick me towards the ocean, though? I want to go in the ocean, man. So he laughed, and it was just a very pleasant descent, man. And we finally got to the ground, hit the ground, and man, I was so much lighter. And I gave him a hug, told him thank you. And for any of you who go skydiving, better hug your guy, because he's in control of your life at that point. So you want to thank him. he was just ecstatic, man. And he made a comment to me once we started walking back to the Connex. He made a comment to me. He's like, "It's been such a pleasure having you here, man." He's like, "You're probably the calmest dude I've ever jumped with." He's like, "Good conversation too, man." He's like, "You've just been a blast." And I appreciated that, from him, because he's done this thousands, and I mean thousands of times, right? So I de-harnessed. Told him thanks again, because now there was another person waiting. I told the staff in the Connex thank you. Walked over, hugged the wife, and she was pretty ecstatic, obviously, that I made it back in one piece. And I didn't say anything. I was just quiet. Just quiet, man. Went over, got in the parking lot, man, and she's like, "Well, how do you feel?" She's like, "I can see it on your face." "I feel good." She's like, "Something's different." She's like, "I feel it." She's like, "Something's different, And
there it is, man. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion coming up right now. Something really changed there for you. Yeah, man.
It's crazy to think about,
And even more intense to feel.
Yeah. I was like, she's like, "You want to get in the car?" I'm like, "Nope. I'm going to sit on the front bumper." She's like, "Okay." I was like, "I just want to sit in this moment, bro, and just be in it." And I didn't want to let it go.
Yeah, that was a big moment.
Just sitting there. Feel that. Looking into the ocean. Like, bro, you can't make this up. Can't make it up.
What is it you're feeling right now, man? What
Peace.
Is it? Yeah, the relief.
Peace.
After carrying so much for so long, for so many, just the day in and day out, all the responsibility, all the work, all the decisions each day, and to be free of all of that, to kind of wash it clean and just fall through the sky and be, just as you described, more present than you've been in a long time.
Oh, yeah, man. It's, going back now and looking at the video, because for the listening audience out there, I showed Shannon the video last episode before we jumped on our recording. And when I first looked at the video, when I got back to the hotel room later that day, they sent me the link and said, "Here's your photos, here's your videos, enjoy." I watched it by myself in the hotel room, man, and I'm going to tell you, I felt the same thing just watching the damn video, bro. But what I noticed, and this is something that Shannon noticed after we talked about it on the last episode, or before we recorded last episode, when he's recording my face and I leave the aircraft, there's a split second, and thank you, by the way, instructor, or whoever is doing the production, they slowed that down. If you noticed, right? They went slow-mo on it. And it captured something that I didn't know even happened. We know it happened because we've talked about it now. We were watching it, but at the time I didn't know what happened. But when you watch the video and they slow it down, there's a moment of time when you see my face and it is crystal clear that I am completely free. And when we left the aircraft, and we talked about unloading for months now, my unloading was left on that plane. All of it.
Wow.
Everything. It stayed in the aircraft.
Wow.
And you can see it on my face.
Yeah.
flying through the sky. Because when we talked about it, you were like, shit, you're right, dude. Now that you mentioned it, I can see it. Yeah. I sent the video to my brother, and my brother, he texted me back. He said, bro, I am legitimately crying. Happy tears, man. He's like, I saw your face. You were so happy, so at peace in the moment, and he knows me better than anybody, and I never in a million years or a lifetime would have thought jumping out of an aircraft on an island that I cherish would have that impact on me.
Nah, you didn't expect that.
No.
Yeah.
I was thinking adrenaline rush.
Yeah. Let's go parachuting.
I was thinking just pure, unadulterated, good old-fashioned, just adrenaline dump. That's what I was expecting. And as we talk about, the universe had a whole different thing in store for me, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, way deeper. Yeah, you'd been going through a lot up to that moment, and didn't know that there was going to be that moment where you got to let it go. Yeah, be free. So
I don't highly recommend anyone else doing that unless you're into it. So I'll throw that out there. If that's something that you're into, please do it. And I think now, after talking to my instructor and hearing his story, because the reason he initially went skydiving was because he was so pent up with weight that he needed a release that he didn't know how to get, and somebody else told him, bro, go skydiving. He's like, I'm terrified of heights. They're like, go anyway. He faced his fear. He doesn't remember the descent. He remembers the climb in the aircraft, and he remembers getting on the ground.
Wow.
Everything else is blacked out. But what he told me was, I felt the same.
Wow. Huh.
He said, I felt the same as you, Mike.
Just left it in the plane.
I felt refreshed, new,
wow, almost
weightless.
Wow, yeah.
And he said that day changed his life forever, obviously, because then he went on to be a certified skydiver.
Yeah.
He became a certified tandem jumper, which I think you need like 1,000 jumps before you can even think about that.
He got his pilot's license.
Got his pilot license, dude, and now this is what he provides, man.
Wow. And this is what he provides. Wow. Similar experience.
Yeah. I know it sounds like a very extreme way to unload, man, but I would have never thought in a lifetime that that's exactly what was getting ready to happen when I left the aircraft, man.
No, man. Yeah. Oh, I'm happy for you, man. You
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's feels good.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's a different Michael that sits here now a little bit, much lighter, much just more relieved, just more present, more just settled. It's
similar when I came off the mountain.
Yeah.
In 2020 when I left the monastery, but I'm gonna be honest with you, this is twice that, man.
Wow. Yeah, condensed. Yeah.
This is twice that.
Whoa.
Didn't take me 7 days. Took me 5 seconds to leave an aircraft. It's crazy.
When you told me that story about coming off the mountain, there was some emotion present. You got a little misty-eyed, but now today telling this story and seeing even more emotion, seeing even more teary-eyed, like, wow, this was transformative for you.
It was, man. And like you said, it couldn't have been a better time.
Nah, you couldn't have designed this. This is right. Like this was supposed to happen for you.
Yeah. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful that I went through it. And every time I watch the video, man, I feel the same.
That's great. There it is. Yeah.
And it rushes back to me like it was literally just yesterday, man. So for our listeners out there, I share this because it's so it has such an impact on me, and I want people to know that there are just times in life, man, that we may get to experience things like this, man, and just don't shrug it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't dismiss it. Like, sit with it, think about it, feel it. You know, and I don't know if it'll happen for other people. It's not for me to say. It happened to me. And, you know, being on this podcast, we've always agreed that, you know, we're just going to try to be as honest as we can, man. And this was something I wanted to share with people, man.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing this.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Well, it's been a crazy 30-minute ride.
Yeah.
I could have. I did not anticipate the emotional response, but I honor it. I appreciate it, and you know, I'm not scared to, you know, share it because that's reality, man.
Yep.
It's a real deal.
Thanks for that, man. Thanks for being real.
No, I appreciate you, Shannon. I appreciate you being along as usual for the ride.
Of course.
Couldn't ask for a better partner, man. Seriously. Well, as for our listeners out there, I wish you all the very best. Please seek help if you need it. Reach out to somebody for your hour if you need to talk. And 988, it's out there. If you need it, use it. And I look forward to our next podcast here next week. And for Mike Seahorn.
And Shannon Mora.
I wish you the best, and we'll catch you on the next episode, man.